Microphone test. Hey, everybody. Going to go live here in about 10 minutes, or start the match, I should say, as we're live right now. But thanks for tuning in. And just doing a microphone check, making sure everybody can hear me. Be back in just a few minutes, and we'll get this thing rolling. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alrighty, folks, we are getting this thing rolling here. Mark Weaver in the booth at CR Sportsbar, Coon Rapids, Minnesota. My raspy voice should hold out for the duration of the match. If it doesn't, some of you may consider it the best stream yet, but I'm a long ways from where I was. I lost my voice pretty much for like 2 days, but thankfully for some and maybe woefully for others, I am back. So. Race to 11, CR Sports Bar, Coon Rapids, Minnesota. Winner of this match goes on to play next Friday for $7,000 first place. And second place is $4,000. That'll be played next Friday here at CR's. But we got a BCA Scotch doubles race to 11 kicking off right now. Trent Miller and Craig Herbert versus Zach Boss and Mech. Upper right corner of your screen's blue team. Upper left corner, Trent and Craig. Trent's at the table. And here we go, folks. Race to 11. Pretty solid contact, and just as often as we've seen, this table is tight off the break. It does not want to give up balls. You do see some matches where people figure it out a little bit, but boy, it's a tough one. I've played that on multiple times. Had a league match recently where me and my opponent made one ball, but that's more on me than it is the table. So, but Zach Boss at the table. Zach Boss and Trent Miller won the last version of this tournament. And now their opponents playing each other to get back into the finals for this tournament, which is pretty phenomenal for either one of them. So they will start out with solids. And I am joined in the booth by Mr. Jerry Johnson.
Hey, how we doing, Mark?
Doing pretty good, sir. Race to 11. We are off and running. Mech at the table.
Big match right here. What did you say last week? The winner's going to punch their ticket to the final.
Punch their ticket to the final. Guaranteed 4K, playing for 7, though. That is a lot of cheddar.
I like these solids right now.
Yeah, they get over off that 7 ball, and should be it. I'd go over off that 1 and take care of the 5, and then work my way across to the 7.
Yeah, I like the 1-5-7 for sure. Now, you got a little goofy angle there, so you might have to go to plan B.
Yeah, well, I kind of like that, though, because I think I would draw up to the upper rail.
He can go forward up here, though, too.
Yeah, he could forward.
He can play the 7 in the bottom right.
Yeah, forward and then get to 7 now. Not a bad idea.
And if you get a little goofy, you got the deuce to. Okay, didn't go far enough. Now you just got to go the other way.
Yeah, you're right, though. If you hit that with a little bit more center and punch it,
you
would have floated over.
Stunned it over almost. Now this shot here is very crucial. He has to get on the proper side of the 3 ball to get that ball, draw it back down, play the 7 in the bottom right. If he gets goofy, he can still draw it over here, though.
Yep.
Yep.
He might go. Almost looked like he was trying to go up above the ball.
Ooh, I don't like that move.
I don't really either. I don't really like.
If he's confident shooting a 3, I give more power to him. If you see the pros do this a lot, they'll take the shot to make sure they get out.
Yeah, the 3 will give him guaranteed angle on the 2.
Oh, that was a great shot right there.
Really good. Yeah,
that's top notch right there.
Well done.
Guarantee a lot of players in this pool will not have shot that
shot. Shoot the 2 and try to draw back, get a weird angle on the 3. Yep.
Zach's very confident right now.
Yeah, he does that a lot, and you're exactly right. A lot of the higher end players will take that more difficult shot.
So now we got Mech from Amadon Graphics. We got a 15,000 added coming Amadon Graphics tournament in October, and there's Mech playing right now. Well, the next one we're putting together, Mark, is an $800 entry, $400 a player, Scotch doubles, $1,385 and under.
Fargo
rate total, yep. So,
and I believe you told me $10,000 for first
sponsors
place.
Involved for that. $10,000 first place, $5,000 second, single elimination, 16 teams. So,
capped at 16 teams. First 16 paid.
If you guys are listening, get your teams together.
Oh, that was gonna float out. Yeah, missed that by over a ball almost. Shot that pretty quick.
Yep. I think he got down a little far on that 7. So, I mean, because if he would have stayed up, he could have come off the end rail and outplayed the 8.
Yeah, if he kept a little bit more of an angle on that, he could just have natural 2-rail shape or 1 rail come back up and get on the 8 ball.
Now, this tournament here is sponsored by D-Hand Garage Doors. Billy Bob is in the building, and he's actually adding 100 to first place tonight and 50 to second place tonight.
Awesome.
So tonight's going to be a great tournament for these players that showed up.
Beautiful.
Boy, what an opportunity these guys got first game, huh?
There's that rail shape. we all do. I'm just as guilty. I call this out in league matches now when I'm doing it. Get on the rail. Get on the rail.
Yep.
There I go. I just think that I'm practicing for one pot because I shoot pros at the rail.
A lot off the rail. That's funny.
He can't, if he elevates, he can come back and get on the 10. He's probably going to go 2 rails and try to get on the 10 or the 14.
I try to get high for the 9.
Went past it, and he missed it.
Yeah, he tried to get high for the 9.
Well, the 8 banks in the upper right corner. And that's his only pocket. On a miss, the cue ball may be down on the bottom rail, but you're setting yourself up for a really bad safety down there. So just make the ball. There he goes. Oh, my goodness. I thought he made that ball.
Wow.
He hit that good.
That's 2 shots at the 8 they had. Oh, boy.
He could have, if he got really fortunate, too, and maybe bumped that 13 in, the Stripes have been in a lot of trouble right here.
Yep.
But they're still got to get into these balls in the middle of the table somehow.
Good shot right there on that 10.
I might be tempted to roll forward on this 10 and get on that 9 ball from here. So I'm making the 10.
Yep.
So if I get on the 9, I can get in the 15 or the 11 easier.
It's hard. If he has a little angle on there, I mean, maybe he'll bump that 15. It's hard to see from here, but
if you draw back off that,
bump
just
off
like
that 15.
Good shot.
Yep.
Yeah, I did bump off it. Well, as long as they didn't do anything really bad to themselves, they should get out here. And that is one thing that all of us pool players tend to do, is do something really bad to ourselves.
Well, I mean, they do because everything's so easy right now.
Yes.
And then they kind of take it for granted and get at it. But this is a little bigger money match here. You got to be careful. Nice shot right there.
Hey, they'll put a lot of kill on that cue ball, too.
Roll forward on that and play the 14, 15, 8.
Trent plays with a really, really just consistent stroke through on that cue of his. He doesn't look like he really gets down. I mean, I don't get down as much as other people, but he just has this it's so repetitive, man. It's just consistent. The guy plays really good pool. And Craig is a accomplished player as well. Plays, I think he's from southern Twin Cities, or south of the Twin Cities.
Yep, somewhere down south, I heard. All right, game 1's going to be in the books.
One to 0. Boy, you don't want to keep handing those things away much, but it's one hiccup out of the gates. Seems people are missing 8 balls lately in these matches.
Wow. How about the last couple weeks? One team up 10-2 and lose. The team that came back and beat them was up 7-2 and lost last week. So that's 2 big swings right there.
Those
on
matches the last couple of weeks were phenomenal. If you're a fan of pool and competition, you had to just been loving it, because you can't write a better script almost, And a lot of these matches, when you've had these tournaments, they're so competitive. Nobody really runs away, and then like we've seen, when someone gets up 10-2, it's still not an insurmountable lead.
That's unbelievable, really.
Yeah. It's like the sun's trying to shine a little bit out there.
Yeah. I'm going to be here just for a short time here, Mark. I'm heading up to the cabin for Stevie's bachelor
Nice.
party. Yeah, we got a bunch of guys going up there doing a little golfing, shooting some guns. And
fun, awesome.
Going to listen to some music tomorrow night, so I got to keep an eye on them guys.
When I came in, Jerry, it was about a 20-minute drive, and I had sunglasses on, and then I ran into a rainstorm and had to put my wipers on. And then I put my sunglasses back on, and then I had to put windshield wipers and rainstorm, and then I had my sunglasses back on.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Crazy weather.
20 minutes. Crazy weather pattern. So, and then here at CR's, it was probably most of the metro. Absolute downpour for a while out there, like a monsoon.
That was crazy weather.
Yeah, that was really nuts. 20-minute drive and back and forth. So I don't think that 14 goes.
I think it does.
Oh, does it go? Yeah, it does go.
I can't.
So,
Billy Bob's in the way.
So if they get on that good enough here off of this ball, which I would try, then you can bump that 12 here. Ooh.
I'll come back a little bit more on that one. Now, however, he could play this 14, 13, or excuse me, whatever, that 10 ball, this one, then get on the 14 and nudge that 6 if he had to.
Yeah,
you know
you're
what
almost
I mean?
better
Then you got the 8.
Nudging into that ball, because if you move that 13 at all, you might get tied behind the 7 ball with the 13 ball. So not a good plan that I originally thought. If you run into the 6, you could get underneath it, or you could bump into the 6 and take the 13 in the lower right corner. And that is the 12 ball. But apparently Trent and Craig have some type of a plan in place. And right from there, it looks like my last idea would be what they're playing for. A little bit of an angle on the 14 to just nestle the cue ball onto the 6. And then you just take the 12 in the lower right corner. Put yourself on the 8. And Craig doesn't seem like he likes it. Now, you could play it off the 6. You could tickle it. Shout out to Mike Pankoff there for his wonderful job of one pocket commentating. And that's where I've heard the term, tickle the 6 with a 14. Just graze it barely and make the 14 in the corner, and then you'd have the 12 too. Instead of running into the 6 with the cue ball, just play the 14 off the 6. And you should be able to nudge the 4 enough to where the cue you get a full cue on the 12. Because he'd actually be coming on the upper part of the 14 ball. The upper half of it, you should say. Hard to explain without a telestrator. And that's, he should have, if he took that off the 6 there, just, you barely have to touch that 6 ball if that's straight, and it'll go. It's like almost like a dead Karen. But that is a thing as well that, and here we go with my weekly one pocket plug. But that right there is an example that if you play one pocket, that's not a bad spot to be in. You just graze it off the 6 and open up the 12. And I don't believe in a number of years I've known Craig that he is a one pocket player. And if you're Trent, you're in trouble here, man. You can't really tie up any balls anywhere, and if you kick at this, you're moving the 6 for sure, which you're probably going to do with ball in hand anyways. But this is a situation here where even with ball in hand, you can just shoot the 6 in the upper corner. And anywhere else on the table here, I mean, if you're going to roll a ball and tie it up into the balls, and with ball in hand, you're going to fix it right away. So I don't think that you can jump this either. I know that's a little bit crazy, but I've seen people do that where they jump and land into the top part of the ball or the upper quadrant of the ball and then make the ball. I don't think Trent has that option here. Maybe play the 12 off the 3 in a jump, but that is like 0.0000001%. That's pretty low, if you know what I mean. So he's going to kick, and I think he's playing in the upper left corner. It is probably about the same percentage, if not even a little bit better than my jump shot idea, which, again, that jump shot, my idea, I'm not endorsing that shot, and if you try it at home, try at your own risk, but so we are again live at CR Sportsbar, Coon Rapids, Minnesota. If you have not yet hit the like button or subscribe button for the streams, please do so. We appreciate the support. And just to plant a little seed out there for all of our viewers, that would be ball in hand. You'll want to tune in here in the next couple weeks, and then maybe in the next week we'll have it finalized on it. But you want to have your name as one of the subscribers. And trust me on this. We're going to be doing some things that are going to be tied in with that for people when they're on the stream. And if you haven't figured that out, I can't help you. So, again, hit that button. And then tune in again on future streams, and good luck. So Zach Boss at the table. Just really have to kind of just bump this a little bit on the 12. You don't want the 12 necessarily to go up. There you go. That's a good spot. I thought he might lay into that real gently, but much better decision there. Now Mech coming off a missed 8-ball last game, looking to atone for that miss, which I'm certain he will do throughout the match. Very strong player. Plays in the South Metro most primarily, and is part of the Amadon Graphics sponsorship team. Has done a lot for this stream and also for other tournaments. And as Jerry mentioned, 15,000 added tournament coming up here in September. Invite list, and then also 2 different brackets as well. But if you hadn't heard at the top of the stream as well, $13.85, the next Fargo rate cap, $13.85, and $800 entry. Be $10,000 for first place in the next Scotch doubles event. That's right, $10,000, $5,000 for second, and it'll be $13.85 Fargo caps. So we anticipate that the idea on this originally put forth by a local commentator was to get some of the big horses, some of the upper rateds matched up with somebody else kind of higher rated too. And then we're also looking at another event that will tentatively, don't hold me to this, but tentatively will be upper rated player and a player under a certain rating to bring a lower level player into this swing too, but that's down the road. Next stop though, 16 teams, $13.85 Fargo cap, $800 entry per team, and $10,000 for first place. And Mech is pulling a Shane Jackson cameo appearance of starting out 0 for 2 on 8 balls. Not his best start. If he does, however, make his next 8 ball, he will have a better percentage than Shane started out a couple of weeks ago. But, man, got to rate that chip. That cue ball almost floated out. Did you see that? That cue ball almost drifted out to the left there, and but good out. Fortuitous on their part, but that's part of the pool. So again, if you have not hit the like button or the subscribe button, make sure you do. Future streams, put your name in the hat. So 2-0, race to 11. Dan has been part of the YouTube chat for a while. We're trying to get more interaction between the chat and our commentators, myself. But we do have, again, in the works, something you want to be a part of. So if you're watching the streams, make sure you hit that subscribe button because you want your name to be a part of it coming up here. And that's all I'll pretty much release about it right now. But
yeah, we got to get that figured out, Mark.
Yeah, we'll work on that. You, me, and Billy will put our brains together.
What's up? 2-zip here. What happened last game?
2-0. Mech and Zach had ran out, and Mech had missed another 8 ball.
No.
So 2-0, race to 11. Live at CR Sportsbar. We got about 15 minutes to get in on the Friday night tournament. I am offering once again to stake anybody that wants to play in the Friday night tournament for the jackpot.
That jackpot. So what's that jackpot?
You cover your $20 entry. I'll cover the $1 for the jackpot. I do have one taker tonight.
Let's see the jackpot.
I do have a horse for the jackpot tonight. I did have one person that decided to do it.
What's that jackpot up to? I got to look here. It was.
That was like $210,000 or something.
It was right around 21.
It was over 2,100, wasn't it?
Yeah, 2127. Maybe it's around 2,100. So jackpot for the Sierra's 8-ball, you got to win the tournament, and your name has to be in the
The
envelope.
2 should go by that 8-ball, too, so they're sitting in a pretty good spot right here. And
Got to hit a little higher on that.
Yep. I might have even gone with the inside one in 2 rails.
Yep. Because you got that deuce up there.
Zach just has to avoid the 2 on this ball, and they should be good. Slide. Oh, avoid the 2 ball.
What did you just say?
Yeah. Sorry, Zach. But they do
Wow.
it. They still are in it, though. They could bank the 2 cross side.
Yeah. Just make that 1 come up. Leave yourself shut. Nice
Mech
bank
does
on
have a
that
look at the
deuce.
1 here.
Yep.
But, yeah, if he avoids that 2, and that really started from the position that Mech got him on that ball. I still think Zach could have followed forward and then kind of spun
A
off
little
that
bit.
rail.
The thing is, on that shot, you got to follow your tangent line. Little Joe, follow your tangent line. And come on up. Come on up. Did he get up high enough?
Yeah, I think he got enough, yep. And Zach should be able to follow forward on this bank and put Mech on the 8-ball. I would bet that Zach, after he makes this bank, that Mech will not miss this 8-ball. I'm going to go out on a limb.
I think you're right, Mark.
I'm going to take a risk.
Oh.
Wow. Man.
Maybe he had to pinch it. I don't know.
But you hit that with just a smoother stroke, and
Yeah.
that ball has a better chance.
Well, they got kind of out of gear
Pinching
here.
or not. And we got the cleanup crew here back
Yeah,
at the
no
table.
doubt.
Just all they got to do is just run balls on an open table.
Trent T. Is
Trent T, yeah.
M.
So 2-0, race to 11. CR Sportsbar, Coon Rapids, Minnesota.
Yeah, cleanup crew is right. Pretty simple from here, Mark. What's going on in that Shane match? Shane and Feder, we have that on here as well.
Yeah, I didn't check the
It
score
was
when I got done over there in one pocket.
46-45 a little bit ago. So we do have that. We're going to have that on tomorrow night, too.
What a comeback by Shane, though.
Oh, my
Man,
God.
put the Superman.
He went 34-18 in games
wow.
at the end there. He was down 18-6 and was up 40-36 at the
That
end.
is incredible. Good ball there. Nice and controlled. And he should just come over across to the left side of the table. You don't really have to do too much with this ball.
Ooh,
wow.
he was playing banks there.
I'd make sure I hit that side row. It just makes the shot a little bit easier, but still, this will work. Catch it thin, go to that rail. Doink. Yep.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right, 3-0. Boy, oh boy, here we go again, Mark.
Yep, 3-0 with 2 of them handed to him.
Yep.
But that does happen in pool, you know. Keep your chin up over there, Mac. It's early in the match. And,
we know that after a 10-2 and 7-2,
yes,
right?
yeah, 10-2, 7-2.
Is TJ in the house over there?
Boy, that is a TJ Steinhaus.
There's a TJ side.
Look, he's starry-eyed, talking to Jared. So that's TJ.
Well, I'm going to head up to that bachelor party, so I'll keep an eye on this on the way up to the cabin.
You guys have fun up there.
Again, next week is the finals, so you and I will jump on that. And then 7,000 for first, 4,000 for second.
A lot of cheddar being handed out next weekend.
Next week, yeah, be
awesome.
Be $100 bills rolling out.
Are you flying up there then, or are you driving?
No, I'm just driving tonight.
Okay.
I got to do a little driving tomorrow with everybody. So, boy, he hammers a break, don't he?
Yeah, he does. He hits that pretty square.
Hammers that break. All right, Mark. Have a good night, everybody.
All right,
thanks for
Jerry.
tuning in, and I'll be watching.
Yeah, be safe up there.
Thanks.
So, yeah, 3-0, race to 11. BCA rules, and if you're not really familiar on that, one of the biggest differences would be on the break. If you scratch, pop the cue ball off the table or foul, it's ball in hand anywhere on the table. You don't have to put it in the kitchen. So, again, I'll probably beat this horse to death over this broadcast, but I cannot emphasize enough, hit that subscribe button because your name will be eligible in future streams, and I'm putting so many teasers out there on this, and I want to say more about what we're doing, but a couple of the brain trusts here, myself and Billy, had come up with a couple ideas. We bounced around, and I think everyone out there is going to really like it. You have an opportunity to just leave it like that. So on the 6th ball, Craig Hurlbert. Take it in the side pocket. Dead center. I don't like that angle on the 2 to go down for the 5 and the 7 yet. I do like that 4. Come back. Or you could even take the 1 technically right now. But the 1, if you go 2 rails in the 1, here's the only thing on the 1. And I know he's going to shoot the 4, and I would too. But if he might shoot the 1. If you go 1, you go 2 rails, you got the perfect angle on the 5 ball. Watch this cue ball. Watch that cue ball. Now look at the 5. Straight into the 5, stop shot, you take your 7. That's how you solve your problem down there. And Craig's looking at it right now. Let me see if I can see on the table itself. Yeah, it's a shot that you think, boy, am I supposed to shoot this now? Maybe, maybe not, but you know you're there. And here's the thing. From the 5 to the 7 gets you back up there for the 4. And then the 4, you just go across table, you're right back in the 3. 3 puts you on the 2, draw over for the 8. It's so simple up here in the booth. I have not lost a tournament yet up in the booth. I have lost when I've been on the stream, though. So stop shot on this and put yourself in the 7 ball. Very good. Nicely done. Nicely done. I like that. I like that pattern. I like that he shot that 1 ball when Trent did that. It makes it so much easier from here. And you don't have to go from, you can go from 2 to the 4 as well, and then 4 to the 3, which might even be a better route because 2 to the 8 is tougher than 3 to the 8 is. And I think Trent came up a little bit short on that one. I think I'd like the cue ball up a little bit more. From here now, I think they almost have to take the 4 ball. You could take the 2 and roll into the 10, but if you're going to do that, you might pump the 10 off the 9 in front of the 4. But you shoot this 4 right here, you get across in the 3 ball, you're good. You're good, yeah. Slow it. Beautiful. Nicely done. Nicely done. A little bit of an angle on this. You can cheat this though with some right English. You can cheat this ball. And then take the 2 ball. You'll have an angle where you can run the cue ball straight into the 13 ball and take the 8 in the lower right corner. So you kind of stop shot on this, just kind of throw it with a lot of right English, hold the cue ball up there, and give yourself an angle from the 2 to roll right there. Beautiful. Now look at this 2 ball. Shoot the 2 ball, roll right down into the 13, and you're straight into the 8 ball in the corner pocket. You can go behind it if you want to. Or you can draw back and take it in the lower left corner pocket. Oh my goodness. A ball like that, you've got to hit it. You got to hit it a little more confidently than that. Roll into that stripe with intent. And you'll see the results right here of not doing that. Even going behind it like that. I wasn't a big fan of going behind that ball. If I'm going behind that 13, I'm going to draw backwards instead and just take the 8 in the lower left corner. If I don't feel confident to roll from that 2 and use that stripe to put me straight into the 8 ball, I'm drawing back. And now Trent's got to get out the pogo stick. Here we go. Line it up and load it up. Elevate. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good try at that ball. Quick stab at it, but still a good try. The only ball you can really shoot at here is that 10. Just roll it in the corner, roll it in the side. I don't mind rolling it in the corner, but only reason I do that is maybe to hide the cue ball a little bit behind the 9 ball. But when you're Zach Boss, you don't hide anything from anything. You just shoot it in. Now you got a tester, though. 15 goes. You avoid the scratch. You probably go 2 rails and run right back into that 13 ball. So you're going to have the 9, I think, off this ball, unless he draws it. I like going forward here. I don't think it's going to scratch if you go forward on this ball. Down to the bottom rail, up off the left side rail, right into the 13. There you go. Now, oh, he's drawing it. And welcome to the 50-yard line again. The Jacksons are in the house tonight. Shane and Travis, a pretty good field here as always for the Friday night tournament. And as Jerry had said, Billy Bob, who's up at the counter here, thank you, sir, putting $100 in for first place in the Friday night tournament and a $50 bill extra for the second place finisher. But it's a $100 in the Friday night weekly, and then another $50 into the second place. So Zach and Mech here. By the rotation, Zach will be shooting this 8-ball. Should put us to 3-1, race to 11. Again, the winner of this match goes to the finals next Friday. And they will play Nick Marcelek and Josh Raines. Guaranteed $4,000. And the winner next week takes home $7,000. 3-1. Race to 11. Again, peek at all of our sponsors. Again, Dehan Garage Doors, though, the sponsor for this version of the Scotch Doubles tournament. Brent Dehan, 763-331-5762 for any of your garage door needs. And Mech at the table. 3-1, far from an insurmountable lead. Don't worry about that. Rare does a team come back as far as from like 10-2, but it's really just tells you again, never give up. You just never know. And like a lot of people, as I've said previously, this table breaks pretty tough. Whether it's if you haven't been here before, above the table we have the Littman lights, who CR's and Jerry is an authorized distributor for them. But we have the Littman lights, and there's also a row of 9 or 8 of overhead lights for the being the stream table. So there's a lot more illumination on this table, and I don't know if that plays a factor in the the balls being more warm or the light, or I don't know, but it just seems like the table has a history of breaking harder for people. I am not a barometer of whether a table's breaking hard or not, because my break is pathetic, to say the least, at times. So I have a hard time making a ball on any table. But we've seen some of the stronger players in this region on this table dry break on a regular, consistent basis. So you do have just a couple minutes here. I think he's actually probably doing the draw soon in that Friday night weekly tournament. I got my horse. If just tuning in, I do have my horse for the jackpot. I did stake somebody tonight for the $1 jackpot side pot. And if he goes on to win, we will collect, I think it's a little over $2,100, they said. Can't see from this view if that 12 goes by there or not. It sure looks like it does. And if he wants to, from this 12, he could draw and come right back into that 3-ball. The cue ball will go over to the right a little bit. You'll be on the 11, the 14, or have the 10 and the 13. Now, the thing that you might want to play through on that is that 10 could end up becoming a combination, like right there. Boom, nicely done, nicely done. The 10 did go on the left side, but to get there, you're going to go through that path anyway, so you might as well break them up. 14 goes. Hit this He is elevated, makes it a little bit tougher, but you just want to hit this with a little bit of center ball and maybe just a hair, not much of right, almost like just center ball, and just kind of pop it. You go over the side rail and come right back into the 3-ball. Hank the Tank in the house. Oh, and he grazed it off the 11 ball. Oh, no. That was probably made more difficult by having to elevate over that ball. So 3-1, race to 11. Zach Boss at the table. Taking the 2. And here you go. 7, 6, 1, 3, 4, 5. Any variation you can do these. I don't mind taking the 6 actually, and then using the 7, draw back on the 6 a little bit, and use that angle on the 7 to come up table for the 1 or the 4. But there's so many ways to get out here.
All right, listen up for tables. Here we go. Table 21, Corey Johnson, Jake Yowie. Table 21. Table 20. Jared Bailey, Stephen Kaiser, table 20.
Jared Bailey in the house for the Friday night tournament. Good to see him here. Living well.
Table 16.
Definitely a favorite of regulars here at CR. It's a fixture for a number of years, too.
Table 19.
Much love to you, bro.
Fox, Jason Severe.
Got to talk to him a little bit earlier today.
Table 13, Bobby Hunter, Brent Dehan, table 13. Table 18.
He actually had given me a thank you for giving a shout out to him about something during, for a pool shot. I think it was last week or a couple weeks ago. And told him again today. I said, I'll always remember that. It was a great lesson, and he was spot on too. So kind of straight, well, kind of a weird angle on this. You'd like something to come off the rail or draw back and create some type of an angle a little bit easier on the 8-ball. Looks like he's going to draw right at the 8 though, but that's a good shot. Uh-oh. Stroke it past the 8-ball, come off the bottom rail, and then get on the 8 better. Beautiful. Zach has one of the smoother strokes and one of the stronger games around. He also, if you see his stance, he stretches apart so far. I would fall over or pull a hamstring if I attempted his stance. But I kind of think that he's combining gymnastics a little bit, like stretching, with pool. So he's able to get in some stretching while he's playing the game. But take a look at his stance, though. And it's solid as heck. You'd think that it'd be kind of rickety being that far stretched out, but it actually is very solid. And it looks like he's going to take over the breaking responsibilities. Powell was walking by carrying a slice of pizza that he was cradling like a baby. That's the guy that just walked by there. He's cradling this piece of pizza like a baby when he walked by the counter just now. Oh, it's going to scratch. Yep. And Zach made a couple of balls, but one of them, unfortunately, was the cue ball. So as I've stated, as far as on BCA rules, they can put the cue ball in hand anywhere on the table, which I think is a lot better format to play 8-ball in. If you have to put it behind the kitchen, sometimes you are punished because your opponent fouled on the break, where you might have to take stripes when solids lay out better, or you might have to take solids when stripes actually lays out better. And also there's you might not get the right angle to break something out that's trouble for you too by going that route. So there's so many things that fall down this tree about being behind the kitchen that could be unfair to you as a player if your opponent scratches on the break. With BCA rules though, playing field is leveled. And you can fix a lot of things putting that cue ball anywhere. So Trent Miller at the table. Again, Trent and Zach won the last version of this tournament, of this Scotch doubles tournament. They were actually the winners, and now they are competitors. I thought the 15 went in the upper right corner. Surprised he wouldn't shoot that and then just use the 4 ball, and then, oh, he missed the breakout too. I'm surprised he wouldn't shoot that 15 ball, because I think it goes in the upper right corner on your screen with ball in hand, and then just shoot that other stripe next. But apparently there's something there he didn't like, or it's not even possible to shoot it. So. It's not the end of the world, but it does make things a little bit tougher for you. So one way to get up there is if you can hit some inside in this 10 and get the cue ball just about the 3rd diamond on the right side, or get it that far up the table. You have a general angle where you can shoot the 9 in the lower left corner and draw and slide over the upper left rail and bring the cue ball into that 7-15. That's one way to get it done. But that cue ball is going to run, and that's tough there. Ironically, though, check this out. If he makes this ball, he can run into the 15 ball with the cue ball. He can also scratch up there, but he has a path to run into the 15 ball. Just have to make it. Oh, and he made them both. Uh-oh. Yeah, that was. He would have had to. I think he would have had to hit that really, really thin, and cut it to the far left corner of the pocket and cheat the heck out of that pocket. But if he came down and caught that bottom rail, that's going right at that 15 ball. Hey there, Debbie Boss. Yeah, Zach has his fans, that's for sure. I've stated a few times, previous winner of this event with Trent Miller, and competing now to punch his ticket to a second consecutive Scotch doubles final. Either Trent or Zach will move ahead. It's pretty good accomplishment right there. Where's the cue ball? Where'd you end up? Oh, all the way down here. On the rail, frozen too. Oh boy, oh boy. Any kind of a miss here is end of the game. So you got the 2 ball in the upper right corner. I think the 5 goes in the side as well. I kind of like shooting the 2 here. And when you shoot it like that, though, it doesn't matter. The reason I said I would have said that I like shooting the 2 is that if I pocket speed that and miss it up there and jar it in the hole, Stripes has no pocket for their balls. Just kind of a two-way shot, taking a little bit of safety into it as well. Safety play into it, but Zach and Mech should be able to finish this up here. I like getting on the 4 ball on the upper left side of the table. I like getting above that ball, and the 1 ball will get you there. 2, get on the right side of the 1 ball, but he's gonna take the 1 first. Now from here, I might actually go 2 rails and get above the 4 ball again anyways, but I think Mech will shoot the 4. I don't like shooting the 4, but you know what? I shouldn't not like it. It's not a really hard ball. But when you throw in the pressure of this kind of event, the pocket gets a little bit tighter. Well done by Mech, though. She shot that ball really well. It's a player's choice here. You can roll the cue ball into the left side, roll, come back out, take the 8 in the upper corner, left side, or you can draw and get above it and shoot it in the same pocket as the 2 ball. Play a little last pocket. One of Dave Pearl's probably second favorite game in pool. Fan of the last pocket. 8 ball. Another guy in town that's a fan of that, who happens happens to be playing the tournament here tonight, Carlos Lopez. Big fan of the last pocket 8-ball. 3-3, race to 11. Just like that, a 3-game lead has disappeared. Typical of our events. Friday night event has gotten underway. I believe, looking at the board over here, I think there's 30 entries tonight. Yep. 3-3 though. We're looking at a race to 8 now. Zach broke them pretty good last time. He did scratch, so now they're going back to mech. Both players hitting head ball straight on from the middle of the table. Got a ball and not too shabby. What? 15 goes. So. I thought originally he was trying to get to where you go off that 14 into those balls there. Does the 15 go? It looks like it goes. And if it does go, then it makes out kind of easy, really. Shoot the 14, roll ahead just a hair. Shoot the 15, roll into the 8-ball, pump it over to the right side of the table. And then shoot the 9-10, get up on the 12, and rack them up. In the background here, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but the song Golden Earring, Twilight Zone. And a couple years in a row now, I've driven, went out to Vegas for Venia and went through the mountains. And I tell you what, Twilight Zone by Golden Earring at 85 miles an hour is something that everybody should have to experience more than once in their lifetime. What a song for that. It's wonderful. So he took his breakout shot that he wanted, and the 10 does go in the lower right corner. So take this ball and get up just above the 5-ball. Not much above the 5, maybe right in line with the 5-ball even, and then take that 10, roll over, and get the 15 next. The thing with that 15 in the bottom row, though, you want to get flat on that. You don't really want to shoot it steep. If you shoot it steep, you know, kind of more of an angle on it, then you're going to want to run the cue ball up into the 2-ball. And we'll get to that in a minute. So I think we're headed there. And he went to the 2 instead. Now this might not be a shot that Zach wants to shoot, but if you play this ball off the 6, it can go, and you don't have to move the 6 much. It only has to go up that 1 ball. So you don't have to hit it hard, but I don't know how else you're going to get on that 15 ball. So you almost have to play it off the 6-ball. And I think it might bank up to the upper right corner if you pinch it with some English, but even then I don't think you're going to get on the 15 ball. So again, thanks for tuning in, everybody. If you have not hit the like button on the stream, feel free to do so if you're enjoying the streams, and then also hit the subscribe button. I will beat that horse to death about getting your name on that list for the upcoming streams. You have as good a chance as anybody else. Drop hints continually about it. Your chance will be as good as anybody else. Hit the button. I think Zach is gonna. Is he gonna go 1-2 rails and get the cue ball over there above the side pocket, and give Mech a look at the 15 ball, and from up there he can make the 15 and get on the 8. 1-2. Look at this ball. Hold up, hold up, hold up. He's on it. He's got it. Yeah, you can make it. Man, what a shot by Zach, and what vision too. That's the. excuse me, that's the only little area that he could have gotten to from where he was to have a shot at the 15. If Mech rolls this in, he should be on the 8 ball. You don't want to drill this ball. Pocket speed is fine. Oh, no, he just came a little bit rail first and missed it. He had that ball, though. That ball was makeable. Was not easy, don't get me wrong. That was not easy. But sometimes when you're playing, well, not sometimes. When you're in pool, playing a match, whether a league match or a match like this or in a tournament, you got to pull those off sometimes. Do we make them all the time? No, we don't. I don't. But every now and then, you got to find a way to make it happen. And I don't fault Mech for missing that ball because that was not easy. But you'll see the separation from people at times where people will pull that shot off when they have to. Yeah, Sharon, that was a tough ball. It really was. I think he was playing it right too, Sharon. I think you want to, rail first, just a hair rail first. But it looked like he just caught a little bit too much rail first. And a shot like that too, when you're, especially from that distance, is not easy. But you're going to hit it with some inside English, so you want to aim a little bit outside of it and let that English kind of curve the cue ball back towards it. And he may have done that and hit that good, but he just missed the contact point on that rail just by a little bit. It does not take a shot like that, especially from that distance, does not take much to be close to making that ball and make it look like you missed it by a long way. So I don't know if that makes sense or not. You can miss the ball. Sometimes you miss the ball and you can say, well, you missed by a long ways. But a shot like that, you can miss it, and it looks like you missed it by a long ways, but you're really, really, really close because the margin of error was that tiny. So sometimes when you have those balls and you're looking at those kind of shots out there, don't beat yourself up too much. You probably missed it by as close as you could get. Pool's not always easy, and we got to be easy on ourselves. So realizing we're playing a game that can be difficult at times, no matter how easy it gets sometimes. Now you can float this over to the side rail, take the 8 in the lower left, or come back across and take the 8 in the same pocket. I like doing that. You can stroke the ball a little bit better, and it's a small thing, but if he missed on the right side by just laying it over there, if you happen to miss that ball, then they have a shot on the stripe, or just a cut on the stripe. Whereas if you get above it like that, at least you got to bank it, right? So 4-3, race to 11. Trent Miller and Craig Herbert up by 1. Started out the match 3-0 with an assist. It should be in the stat book, almost like a point guard or a guard in basketball. Assists with an assist, not once but twice from Mech, but that has been atoned for. And even if it hasn't, when you're playing these things, after that ball misses, that doesn't matter anymore. You have to get that in your head. It's not easy, especially when you got some commentator babbling about it during the whole match, right? But when you're playing, trust me, you have to get that mentality when something bad like that happens that it's in the past and it doesn't matter anymore. Billy Benson in the house, hopping on the stream for a minute or two.
How's it going? Good match going so far, huh?
Good as always. They dial up some good ones, that's for sure. The next round, as I stated, is $13.85 Fargo. $800 entry per team. $10,000 for first place. $5,000 for second. That'll be the next version of this tournament.
It's going to be a good one. I believe Jerry's getting the sponsors together as we speak. Don't forget, we got that Amadon Graphics tournament coming up here October 4th through the 6th.
15,000 added. Now, my math isn't always the best, but I would say at $13.85, if you had a 700, they could play with a guy like me.
You're
a
right.
675 and have 10 points to spare.
You're right.
Give you an idea of the teams you could put together. You take like a 740, then you're really challenged by math, but around a 600.
As good as I am,
A 598.
As good as I am, I could play with an 800.
Well, maybe after Shane's done down there whooping on Federer, he'll come up here and throw his hat in the ring and have you as a partner.
That would be nice.
So, Shane, we have a guy up here looking for a partner. When you're done down there, if you have any energy left, come on up.
You'll just have to make the trek here once every 3 weeks for about 9 months.
Yeah. Well, we'll have Jerry fly down and get him, though.
Yeah, he probably would do that,
Yeah,
too.
I'd probably do it. Hop down on the plane and.
At least I wouldn't have to worry about playing bad shape.
That's true. You'd be on a ball every time you go to the table.
Yep.
But that is going to be interesting to see what teams are put together with that higher Fargo rate. It does bring in the 2 upper-level players.
I'll bet you people are scheming already.
Oh, there's got to be some messages, notifications going on phones. Hey, what do you think? Hey, what's your thoughts? Got a partner yet?
We just got that new system put on our computer back there for me from Steve Ernst from Fargo Rate.
Yep.
He gave me access now, so when our tournament flyers go out, you have to be under the Fargo rate the day the flyer goes out. So there's no more going around trying to lose 6 points to get in the lower division. We'll have I could check exactly when your Fargo moved.
What's this going around trying to lose points?
Well, you know how it works.
Does that actually happen?
Oh, it does. It
I
does.
mean, people are cheating the system?
They won't be able to do that here anymore. It's the day the flyer comes out now, thanks to Steve, and we'll be able to make that work here shortly. I got all the parameters dialed in.
That's awesome. That's good. That's good.
And
that does happen often, yes.
It does.
People messing with their Fargo rate or other handicap, trying to not necessarily sandbag, but trying to trim a few points and get under a cap or whatever.
But it'll make a way to make the tournaments here at CRs even better than they are, and look forward to that.
Players a lot more accountable for where they're at and placed appropriately, perhaps, too.
What do you got here? Just stop shot? Or?
Well, you can slow roll it like that, but he hit that good. You can help a shot like that. Instead of hitting center ball, you can load it up with outside English and aim a little bit to the left of your contact point, and that English will throw that ball in for you. It'll give it momentum. So you can actually cheat on a ball that's deflecting away like that. You can slow that deflection down by a lot. He hit that with center ball because you see how the cue ball was floating still. You can actually hit that with so much outside that when you hit that ball, it's almost like a stop shot. And then that spin will throw the ball to the pocket for you.
Learning something every time I come in.
So there's 0 for 3 on 8 balls. Oh, no, Mech. But that is a shot that comes up so often to try to hold the cue ball like that, where you again, try it at home on your table or when you go next time to league or whatever, load it up with outside and then aim about a 1/16 of an inch left of where you normally do. I mean, that much.
And that'll throw that in the pocket.
And then when the cue ball hits that object ball, that spin will throw it to the left, compensating for your aiming off, and that spin will give the momentum to the ball that it needs to get to the pocket.
Oh, excuse me, I got to note some more games here.
Okay, so your forward inertia from the cue ball can be a lot less. I don't know if that makes sense at home or not, but your forward motion on the cue ball can be a lot less by loading that up with spin. And you can cheat the pocket. You're hitting the object ball more full, so you don't deflect as much. I'd love anybody who wants to. I'm in here at CRs. Tap me on the shoulder, whatever. Come over, and I'll show you what I'm talking about in that shot when you're up here. I'll gladly. I have no problem helping people out with that because that ball comes up often in 8 ball, and we use a variation of the shot I'm talking about all the time when we shoot a ball down the rail. Everybody, if you throw a little outside English and you're shooting a ball down the rail, we use a variation of that. Hank, are you 2 out again? He didn't hear me. Oh my God, what a good young pool player there, and at the table and away from the table. Oh, this ball is running. Plenty of room, though. Good path. And I'll try to get Hank the Tank back on the stream again last week and talk about his trip coming up to New Zealand for World Juniors. He's going down there for 10 ball. He's running fundraisers. I forget the venue he's having a fundraiser event at too. But I'll try to get that from either him or his mom as they're floating back and forth here and try to grab his ear here. But anybody that wants to help him on that, I know on his Facebook page, they've posted about it, and I believe there's a link on there as well where you could Venmo or PayPal and buy some raffle tickets. $20 per ticket, $25 I think per ticket, and $5 for 100 or something. But you get your name in the hat for Ohal's an 8-foot pool table. It's a great way to help out some of those junior players. So 5-3, almost halfway home for Trent and Craig. And looks like Trent is taking a quick break, so I'll put the sponsors on and be right back in about a minute or so. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Refresh your beverages or do what you got to do. We'll be back in a minute or so. So we are back. Race to 11 BCA rules at CR Sportsbar, Coon Rapids, Minnesota. It's Mark Weaver in the booth commentating. Jerry is northbound up to the bachelor party up at the lake with Stevie and his crew. Hope you all are having a good time up there. If you are, and here's the thing up there, if you have me out in the background, great, but if you have the volume up, that's got to be a lame bachelor party. I got to tell you, turn the volume down to get some other stuff going. I love that you guys might have me on the screen up there, but if you're actually listening to me at a bachelor party, oh boy, you'll never hear the end of it. At least for me. This is Trent Miller at the table. Looks like he went from the head ball center of the table off one diamond now. Cue ball. Ooh boy, almost scratched that. 3 ball almost went in too. 8 and the 2 are tied up. Solids have pockets except for the 2. The 5 will go up in the corner, upper left. And the stripes have the 15 ball to deal with and the 8 ball. So, if you want to start out with the 10, you can move the 8 ball, but the 8's just going to go over on top of the 1 in that 13 over there, so it might hurt you more than help you. And the 15 ball is accessible if you can get over where that 9 ball is. Shoot the stripe in the corner and then go off to the bottom rail and move that 15, but I do like taking solids here too. You don't have to deal with the 15. The only ball you have to work out now is the 2 ball. And to a degree, you're going to have to work out that 5 ball. The 5 has a pocket, and even with the 1 there, it still has a pocket. But you're going to be limited unless you get perfect on that 5 ball with being able to do much more. And I think the 2 might go in the right corner, right side pocket by the 8. No, don't. But the 5 will be a little bit of a challenge. Because if you're up, like, say, where the 6 is, and the 5, you got to run the cue ball, maybe back and forth. Not a big deal.
New match, table 21, Ron Wormy, Dave Eckert, 21.
No, didn't get the breakout.
New match, table 14, Jake
But
Murray,
you're still alive.
table 14.
Now, how about this, Miss? Let's see the power stroke here, Mac, because there is a shot here. You can take this 6 ball, you can load it up with draw, and pull that cue ball back into the 8 ball. You have the angle right now on that 6 ball to do that. But you might end up in trouble. Another way to shoot this maybe is to take the 6, get over on the 5, roll forward, then bank the 2. Bank the 2 with a little bit of draw back and get on the 4. Bank the 2 in the upper left corner. If you haven't shot those shots, if you're not comfortable with that, practice that. It's not the best route, but it does get you there. Now this gets you there too. Take the 5 and then run into the 8 and the 2 with the cue ball. If you catch the 8 on the top side, I mean, there is trouble here. But first and foremost, obviously, you just concentrate and make the ball. And we'll work something out. I think he might have the 4, but no. And Mech might not like doing this, but you can back bank that 2 in the upper left corner. You'll avoid the 10 ball. You'll come down to the bottom row, right through where that spot is, and get up on towards the 15. You'll be straight into the 4. Banking the 2 in the upper left corner. See that path? Or if you can make this 4, you can get on the 2. I didn't think you could make the 4. My bad. Oh my goodness, look at this shot. Man, oh man, he hit that good. Except for making the ball. And that 2 goes from there. If not, with a little touch of a masse, that 2 will go. It's a pretty easy ball from there. So get on the 15 here and take care of that problem, and should be a game. The 10 ball will go down to the lower right corner after the 9's out of the way. So the 10 does have a pocket. Shot. Sometimes even those little bit of back cuts are kind of, it feels weird. You're like you're overcutting it sometimes, at least for me. And then you end up shooting it straight into the end row. I think the 10 goes by that too. Yeah, it does. You hit this with some left English, cut it by there, and the left will throw that 10. It'll curve it a little bit around the 2 ball. Trent doesn't like that. I don't really like shooting it either, but here's the thing. If I miss that ball, I'm blocking the pocket for the 2. And I'm on the rail with the cue ball, and I would be okay with solids having to get on there from the 5 ball from there. One of these 2 players is going to have to shoot that 10, or Craig could put some follow on this with a little bit of left English, go into the right side row and bump into the 10. Looks like he's playing it that way too. Make this go to the rail and then move the 10, just like that. Good shot. Thank you for making me look good, Craig. Uh-oh. Well, you got there. Very unorthodox, but doesn't always have to look pretty or doesn't always have to be right. It just has to work. And if if everyone's coming here tonight, just give you a heads up. If you haven't been here in a while, you have to come from the East River Road. Otherwise, you got to park in the parking lot over by the strip mall and then walk across the little. Oh my goodness, he hit that bad. Oh my goodness, hit that. Did not hit that ball very well, Craig. Man, what an opportunity lost. You cannot be handing games to each other like this. To play better, just stop giving away these games. I've mentioned it many times. I'm not like the guru of pool. But if you want to get better and not put a lot of time on the table, quit missing 8 balls and quit missing the last ball on the table before the 8 ball. Do yourself a favor. You put time into this game. Don't let the easy ones get away from you. I mean, the hard ones, we're all going to lose some of those games. And we're going to lose some of the games that we're supposed to win. But win a few more of those for your own benefit. And both teams have done it. I've done it. I do it multiple times. I do it to myself. And I don't know why we don't like ourselves sometimes. You know, everybody enters it. They enter to win, right? But for some reason, we decide, I don't like me. I'm going to miss this ball. I make it 99 times out of 100, but not this time. Right now, I'm going to miss. Maybe I'll get back to the table. Oh. That's Bush League pool. There was a Bush League at one time, wasn't there? Remember that? Wasn't there a Bush League? Talking to John Condor up here at the counter. That was like in the late 80s or something, wasn't it? Was that from Texas Express? Is that what that was? Man, I just aged myself. Playing Texas Express over at University Billiards. Leif Thompson, Nick Hansen, all that crew. Those are the heydays of pool. But it's coming back even better now. Oh, look at this ugly table. Look at this table here. Now, you can't even really draw this thing up, but there's a way out of this. And stripes ain't really that bad. Because if you thin this 13 and hammer it, I'm driving that 12 ball down to the bottom rail into those 2 balls in the lower right corner. Or do this here. Could have done that as well, too. But if you do that and you miss, you're not getting another chance at it. See the shot I was talking about, though? If you thin that 13 in the corner, in the side like he did, and hammer that into the 12 ball, that 12 is coming right down to the right of the spot and going right into those balls. Now they're going to have to come up with some kind of heroics to figure those 2 balls out over there. This might be it right here. Up table. And in. Oh, you got to hit him. Swing and a miss. 2 swings, 2 misses. Now, do you power stroke this, Trent? Off that 11, draw back into those balls? You do have a path. You have a path on that. But you got to hit that good. And really, I would think at this point, you have to shoot it now. You have to draw off that 11 in those balls because you're not getting back there. You're not getting on them again. You're not getting a chance to break them out again. The 1 ball might bank past the 10, the 1 ball. What is that, the 10 on the bottom there? Yeah, that might bank past the 1 ball into that corner. So there is another option. But I don't feel that, and I'm not taking any shots at anybody in this match here. I don't feel that, except maybe for Zach, has the ability to bank that ball on a regular basis. And that's not taking a shot at any of the 3 players. I'm just saying that Zach has played 1 pocket. And for the love of your game, give it a try. That's a pretty good spot. You still give up the 2, but look at that. 4, 5, and 6 having a convention over there at my favorite spot on the table for a pool ball. So not only is there 1 ball there, they doubled down and added in a friend. Look at those. Look at that 6, 4, and the 5. Are there any uglier any uglier 3 balls in right there that you've ever seen in a pool game? Look at those 3. Look at how awful those 3 balls look right there.
New match, table 12, Ibrahim, Shane Jackson, table 12.
Oh, look at that mess. You can't take the 7. You're not going to kill it off that upper end rail and run into those balls. And even if you do, you're spreading them right down to the couple stripes are down there. And so I would agree with Zach on here. In some form or fashion, you want to move these apart. Open these up a little bit some way. Yeah, the 7, if it was to the left a hair, even maybe up table, you could take in the upper left corner, possibly come back into those balls. But the 7 isn't there. And the 4, 5, and 6 are. Look at those 3. What ugly pool balls. So here we go. See some creativity for a safety. And I think the 9 combo is there. Not a guaranteed shot, though. But even if you're solids now, still you have the 4 ball there and the 5 ball. The 5 ball does have a pocket now, but you have to deal with the 6. You have to deal with the 3. I think the 6, 3 go as a combo in the lower right after this shot. By stripes here. Yep. Now the 6, 3 will go as a combo if you're up table. If you get back to the table. Now I like going force follow on this and try to catch the left side of the 3. The 8 ball will go up table, the cue ball will go into the 6, and you open up that ball. The problem with that, though, is that, oh, actually, it goes right up in the corner. Yeah. I am a dummy. Go right up in the corner. You still got to deal with the 8 ball, though. So I think what I try to do here is I try to draw back a hair or roll forward a hair. Yeah, roll forward a hair. So you get a little bit of an angle. You shoot this ball. See where the 11 is? You want to be just to the left of that. So you shoot that ball up in the upper corner and run into the 3-8 with the cue ball. And that's straight on. Now if you're going to hit this ball without stop shotting, you're going to force follow and go through the 6, go through the 8. You're going to run the cue ball way up table. See what I'm saying, though? If that cue ball is a little bit to the left of here, it makes it easy. You shoot that ball, you run into the 3. Good stroke by Craig. But still got some work to do. The 10 does go by the 9. The 10 does go by there. So if you can cut that 10, run the cue ball in the 8, you're golden too. I don't shoot the 9 here. I'm trying the 10. Because off that 10, I got a natural path going over into the 3-8. Or just do that too. Man, what a shot, Trent. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Well done. So we'll see what Craig does here. I want to be underneath the 8. You technically could go above it with some outside and have the cue ball hit just above the side pocket. Not easy from there. Easier to go underneath it, though. You want to go over to the rail and come back out. Don't try to hold this ball. Oh, wow. Hit that really hard. You could have hit that with 30% of that and went across the left side rail then. But I think I give Trent good chances on making this ball. Yep, dead center. He's got such a good stroke for that. Just a pure stroke. So 6 to 4, race to 11. BCA rules live at CR Sportsbar, Coon Rapids, Minnesota. This is Mark Weaver in the booth. And once again, at the top of the stream, mentioned a few times, if you have not hit that subscribe button, if you don't like the stream, that's great. Like it, don't like it, whatever. I'd like for you to click the like, but for sure hit the subscribe button. And I can't flat out say what we're going to do, but I'm dropping so many teasers about this. Again, hit the subscribe button. You have as good a chance as anybody else. And then tune in. Got it? It's easy. Reach over with your hand. Hit. Click. And then that's all you got to do. And then tune in again. So Craig at the table doing a second ball break. And nothing. Pretty typical, though, of this table. Zach Boss at the table. Shooting on the 5 ball. Good shot. That was a good shot. You got the 1 ball. You know, you could play a safety here too, but you could roll with the cue ball straight into the 2 ball. Bank that 2 ball just gently, and then Stripes has no shot. And that solves your problem with the 2 ball. Just roll, hit it square, just roll straight. You don't want to roll down far enough that you give them the 9 ball. But just bank that 2, just maybe a diamond off the bottom rail. And your problems are solved, and Stripes is in a lot of trouble from there. Looks like the 10-13 has a chance of going to the lower right corner. I think it's off, though. It looks like it's going to be left of that chalk from my view. Now Zach can move the 4 or the 2. Either one you move. You don't really want to move much. Just like that. Well done. What a shot. Such good control. And these two can navigate this and get out. The key, I believe, will be whatever angle they end up on the 4 or the 2 to get on the 6. I ain't worried about them getting on one of these balls. It's that 6 ball up there. Now, here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to shoot the 2, slide up into the 11 gently, so my cue ball just grazes the numbers. And then I can take the 4 and go 2 rails and get on the 6. If the 11 happens to bump the 6 and I hit it gently, then I'm going to be straight into the 6 on the side. You just want to hit the very outside of that 11 ball gently, but it looks like he's going a different path on this. And that's even a better idea. Jesus. Zach Boss, ladies and gentlemen. That was incredible. The end result was incredible. That was really good. You know, I'd shape the 6 in the upper left corner. Yeah, well, that works too. But you see, he had a natural path just to come down to the bottom rail and just float up about a diamond, and you're straight into the 6 in the upper corner. But this is a really good spot too. It's just there's less cue ball movement going that way. This is a really good out by these two. That was very, very solid. And Mech is 1 for 4 now on 8 balls. He's on the board. Or was he 1 for 4 or 1 for 3? So 6-5, race to 11, typical of most of the matches here. Neither team really runs away from the other. Get a 2-3 game lead, and momentum swings back the other direction. 2 to 3 game lead, and boom, momentum goes back the other direction. A couple weeks ago, it was 10-2, and then momentum came through like a wrecking ball the other direction. Not gently. That momentum went. What a incredible match that was. And then last week, that same team that came back from 10-2 was ahead 7-2, and they got smacked upside the head with that momentum. So pool gods giveth, and the pool gods taketh away. Trying to get Brent Dehan to come up on the stream briefly. He did say that he has a match, and as soon as he goes 2 and out, that he would come up here for a minute or two.
I don't know. I'm waiting to see who won over there.
But he is battling in the tournament as we speak. And that was his words, by the way, the 2 and out. It wasn't me. I wasn't ad-libbing. He's one of the better people I've met, in not just in pool but in life, is Brent Dehan. They don't make many like him, and we could use more guys like Brent.
New match, table 19. Mendam, Ashley Dahl, table 19. New match, table 14. Travis Jackson, Don Redpenning, table 14.
Now the 13, I don't believe they can make that in the lower right corner. But I think after they shoot the 15, it'll be fixable. Not from over there, though. Now you're going to have to go another direction. There's our amateur shape, cue ball on the rail. Takes away a lot of the cue ball and limits what a person can do. That is the position you really love to put your opponent in during a game of one pocket. Frozen on the rail.
Hey, man, you're playing that 12-year-old the first time. Thank you.
But you can slow roll this, either one of these balls, the 10 or the 14. Oh, heck with slow rolling, I guess. Look at this now. He's going to get his position rather fortuitously on the 15 to now break out the 13. And that worked out very, very well for them. I did not see that path. And even so, it might not, it's probably the road less traveled. So we are joined in the booth, making an appearance. You going to behave yourself? If you're not going to behave yourself, I don't want you on the stream. If you're going to behave yourself, I don't want you on the stream. I want you to not behave yourself. Did I word that right? Okay.
Fair enough.
Jason Sapir.
Fair enough.
How are you doing, young man?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Mark?
Oh, I'm doing all right. Getting through it. 6-5, race to 11. How are you doing in the tournament tonight, sir?
1-1.
1-1. Okay.
Yeah.
Who put you over on the backside?
Older fella. Played really good. I missed once and I lost.
I'll be danged.
Yeah.
Who would that be out here? Don. It wasn't Don, was it?
No.
Right, Penny?
Bobby Hunter.
Bobby Hunter. Oh, yeah. Bobby can roll him in pretty good sometimes, man.
He played really good.
Yep. Bobby Hunter. You see him in a lot of MPA events.
Yeah.
At the casino tournaments. He hits a lot of those.
He handed it to me, and fair enough. This match was 3-0 at one time, wasn't it?
Yep. 3-0.
Yeah.
Off of 2 missed 8 balls by Mr. Mack.
Is this still on YouTube?
Yes, this is YouTube. Yep.
So how do you see people chatting?
I have my phone have the YouTube pulled up.
Oh, okay.
And then I got the live chat on there.
Gotcha. I figured there'd be some up here on the computer.
Yeah. Well, we had it up on a window, another window you can pop up from time to time, and then also they were going to do the dual monitors at one point.
Okay.
And then keep the chat going. But we are going to want to be interacting with that more and more. I've alluded multiple times that if you have not hit the subscribe button, do it because you want your name as a subscriber because you have just as much chance as anybody else, and I'm not going to spoil it, but people should be able to figure that out, right?
Yeah.
You have as much chance as anybody else if you hit the subscribe button. So you want to be on that list.
Yeah.
For not this stream, but future streams nightly and possibly a couple of times throughout the streams.
What Mark said.
So hit it. Hit that button. And if you don't like the stream, you don't have to hit the like button, but at least hit the subscribe button.
He jumping at the 14, eh?
I love the Canadian reference there, buddy. As a Canadian, that really warmed my heart. I got the butterflies from that too. So. Yes, eh?
Yeah, eh?
Yeah, eh? You know what we could do? We could have like our version of the Bob and Doug McKenzie show on the streamer. Did you ever remember that from the back in the day?
Yeah.
That was it. That coo.
Oh my God.
Wasn't that throwing back?
Pure entertainment.
Yeah, that was good. What's that? SCTV. Oh my goodness, man, he hit that ball good. That was SCTV, wasn't it? John Candy was on that.
Mm-hmm.
Rick Moranis.
The oldies but the goodies.
Oh man, I had that. You know, I'll tell you the truth. I had that record album.
Did you really?
Bob and Doug McKenzie, the
wow.
the Great White North. I cherish that thing. I'm
There's
sure
there's some good skits out there.
Sure,
now.
my parents and family got tired of hearing the coo over and over and over, but I couldn't get enough.
There's some good skits out there now on the TikTok thing. Of the A.
Of the A's.
Oh,
yeah.
You know, the whole northern accent.
I hope I pronounced this right. Piro, 56. Hello. Thanks for joining the stream, and Tyler Anderson, thank you too.
Tyler Anderson. Shouldn't he be painting the garage?
Is it TJ Anderson, right? Or does he Tyler he goes by?
Tyler. Yep.
And yes, a painter. Is he painting your garage?
No, he should be out painting some garage, though.
It was a monsoon out earlier, dude.
He's at home watching pool.
It was a monsoon, though. I don't know if you can paint during a monsoon, kid. You can do a lot of things in the rain. I don't know if painting is one of them, though.
Well, you know. This would be a good match to the end, I have a feeling.
I think so, too.
It's funny, the last time I played this doubles tournament, we had a chance to get into the championship round, and Trent and Zach beat us out, and now they're opposing each other.
Yeah, isn't that something? They won the last version of this tournament.
Yeah.
And now they're competing against each other. One of them is going to punch their ticket to the finals and pick up a minimum of $2,000, because next week the loser gets, or the non-winner, gets $4,000.
And who is on the other side? Marcelic
and Josh Raines.
Josh Raines, okay.
If Trent and Craig were to continue to win this, well, actually, even with Mech, that'll be 3 out of the 4 from south part of the metro or beyond.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Quite the showing.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he's got a good straight stroke.
Yeah,
Some of those balls like that, the straight ends and things like that, he just hits them so solid and pure.
Mm-hmm.
There's no waver in his backswing or backstroke or any of that stuff.
True statement.
It's like almost like a mechanical version of it. You know, like Tiger Woods when he was younger, if you could put like a stick figure of a perfect golf swing, it was like Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
And Trent, if you could put like the stereotypical, okay, this is what you want to do, that's kind of Trent's, a stick figure. That'd be what you'd see, is just a back and forth and just hits it good.
Right.
Like this here, I almost guarantee he's going to make this ball. I gave myself a little bit of an out, though. There it is.
No doubt about it. Never a doubt.
You hear this song in the background here? This was from The Color of Money, wasn't it? Wasn't this playing in the background? Remember when Paul Newman was practicing pool and he threw that ball around the table? I think it was this song.
Yeah.
This song is like synonymous with pool halls.
Yeah. Yep.
So what future events are up on your docket here, Jason? You got any tournaments coming up?
Work.
You going to play in Amadon coming up in September?
Yes.
Are you are you on the list?
Well, I'm on some
open
list.
Are you on some list?
I don't know. Am I on your list for the Amadon?
I sent you an invitation.
Oh, yeah.
You should have gotten an invite then, right? Are you on the invite list?
Be in by the end of the month.
End of the month. Well, I got
an envelope. He gave me an envelope a long time ago, but
I got Billy Benson sponsoring me on this event. So.
Do you?
Not really, but
hey,
maybe Billy, Bob, and Billy.
Me too?
Between the two Billies, you two could put me in, right? I just propped you up big time too, Brent Dehan. But I didn't have to do much propping. That's how good of a guy you are. What's that?
Did you forget where I work?
Oh, that calls for a piece of cheesecake.
Oh, yeah.
Did you hear me that time, Brent, though? My bad back, that piece of cheesecake, it did not help, surprisingly enough. 7-5. Race to, yeah, you got the Amadon coming up. MPA also is kicking off their season here coming soon with the season opener.
What? September something.
Is that after the Amadon? I think it might be, right?
No, Amadon's October.
Oh, it is. That's right. So it'd be before.
Yep.
Yeah, second week in September or something like that, ain't it? I should have that information.
Yeah.
I need, you know what I need? I need a secretary for up here.
Nonsense.
All right, I just got to look at my phone. That would work
That's
too.
all you got to do, Mark. Everything is on the interweb.
My phone, though, is way over here.
Everything's on the interweb.
Yeah, it is.
How does that say how many people are watching this thing?
Yes. Right now we are KQRS 92.
95. Oh, 92.
And 0.5.
Oh, yeah. Oh, September 27th.
September 27th and 28th.
28th?
Yeah, end of the month. Says.
Friday night, 500 added 9-ball.
Oh, Friday night, 500 added 9-ball here at CR's. That'll be September 27th, and then 28th is the season opener. 2,000 added 8-ball, and that is the multiple divisions, A, B, C.
I prefer the 10-ball.
Masters / AA. Yeah, 10-ball is a much better game. 9-ball in a box.
9-ball
is
sucks.
a broken game.
You can't win, that's why.
I've won plenty in 9-ball. I just don't like it.
Oh,
I've seen way too many guys
Billy
fly
Bob.
at balls just because they can.
Yes. How do you like going to a 9-ball event, though, and you give up to 7-8?
Or that, like.
That's why I quit playing 9-ball a number of years ago. No offense, but going to a casino tournament and giving somebody the 7-8, that's a tough game on a valley table because they literally will just fire the balls as hard as they can, and they got 3 balls they can go in a pocket. And, yeah. 10-ball is a way better game. Sorry, 9-ball, but yeah, your time, in my opinion, for me is down.
I did, I think it was MoMA. I don't normally play a lot of 9-ball tournaments because I just don't like it, but I ended up pretty deep in the tournament, and I get up against Beth Fondell.
Yep.
And she goes, I'm pretty sure you got to spot me the 7-out. And I was looking at her like, really? You know, I'm like, she plays really good pool.
Mm-hmm.
She goes up and asks John, and she comes back. She's like, yep, got to spot me the 7-out. I did end up winning, but besides that point, I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
That's a tough opponent to spot.
It is. It is.
That's 7, 8, 9.
That's heavyweight, man. That's a lot. That's a lot of weight. Now imagine going and traveling to an event and then having to do that.
Nope.
Exactly.
I prefer 10-ball. If I'm going to play rotation, I'm going to play 10-ball.
Yep, I agree. I'd love to see Vania go to 10-ball, but that'll never happen.
I know I did actually play VNEA 9-ball the last time I went, and my head wasn't even in it. I hate the game so much.
Yeah.
I did it basically because I was already there. Me and Amanda played Scotch, and I was there to play the 8-ball singles and the team, and I'm like, well, I might as well play. Well, I'm not doing that again.
I played a safety on a guy on the backside of the 9-ball, and he was on the hill, and he jumped and hit the ball. Cue ball went off the point of the side pocket, went over the side rail, down to the bottom rail, and hit a 9-ball in.
9
Literally,
balls.
and he was cheering the entire time, and at that point I was like, I really loathe this game.
9 balls in the APA game.
Yeah.
Sorry, APA players.
He had, so he knocked me out of the tournament on that shot, which was, there's all luck. But
I prefer a game of skill.
it didn't really help my enthusiasm for playing in it when he was cheering the whole time about this lucky shot.
No, not at all.
But anyways, that is 9-ball, and some people love the game still, but I'm with you on that. 10-ball is the way to go. Speaking of 10-ball, Amadon Graphics has a 10-ball match.
Yep. That same weekend.
Yep,
10
Friday
ball
night,
first, and then 8-ball second. I'm looking forward to that. I enjoy playing 10-ball.
Yeah, me too. Fun game.
Win or lose, I would rather play that any day.
So Trent's on solids here. What do you do?
Ooh. I mean, the 3 obviously doesn't go by the 9 or he just shot it already. I might actually, he's got a nice angle mark to cut that. Is it the 5 or the 4, that pink ball?
That'd be the
5-ball.
4-ball.
Is it the 5 or?
4 balls pink, and then the 12 balls pink.
right here.
Yep, that's the 4.
That's the 4. I would cut the 4 and try to play shape up by that stripe on the 7.
Yep.
And then take the 7 to get back to the 2 and the 5.
Well, I think he has a 2, though.
I mean, the camera angle is always weird, but to me it looked like he could have played that a little different. Instead of stunning it like he did, he could have went a little more top, drifted right through the middle, kind of towards that side pocket, right up towards that stripe, and been a little straighter on that 7.
Yeah, hit follow on that and change the deflection angle.
He stunned it, and
I thought that was how he's going to play that too, because that's the way I seen it. I think he might have actually been trying to run into the 7. And then bump it off that rail maybe. But, I'm with you. I would have ran forward because I know I'm getting on the 7.
Yeah, I would have liked to get on the 7 to get back to the 2 or the 5, because then you got options to get on that 3.
Now, you can make the 2 here, but that cue ball is going to end up way up table somewhere.
You know what I do here? I bank the 7 back in the side pocket, and I come 2 rails at that 3 ball.
At the 3.
Yep.
You know what I like about that, Jason? You come off that bottom rail into the 3. Your cue ball is going to end up on that left side row, like then you have the 2 ball up in the upper corner.
I just feel the longer you leave that 7 there, I mean, I would take it.
That's a pretty good shot.
That makes it a little more interesting.
But all they have to do now at stripes is just roll straight into the 15 and put the cue ball up behind the 12.
Oh, yeah.
You have to protect against the 2. So you want to go into the rail and just kind of tick right behind. Oh. No, gave up the 2.
Left him the deuce.
There was a small little spot up there. At first I thought, well, just get up above there and you're good. But with that 2 ball, that makes it a lot tougher because if you get over on the rail, then you give him the 7.
Yeah, he moved that 5, though, in that one shot, and he put the 9 in the way. So these boys have a lot of work to do. I would have totally backbanked that 7 when Craig had the chance.
I agree with you on that.
He had a nice little angle to come bottom 2 rails.
And it wasn't like a tough bank.
Mm-mm.
It was set up pretty good for the bank.
Yeah, anytime
come down the bottom rail, 2 rails.
When the 7's up that close to the side and you're behind it like he was, that's perfect opportunity for that shot.
Yep.
What is Trent doing here? He's breaking out the jumper.
Oh man,
getting aggressive.
Don't like about this is that if you fall on this, you're losing the game.
Oh.
Well, good jump.
Hold up.
You know what I mean? No, if you fall on that in any way, you're losing the game. You're not necessarily going to win the game by making that ball.
Yeah.
But you can lose the game. I don't think I would have done that, but it's easy over here.
It was an interesting choice for sure. Like he had some options to do. I might have pushed that 2 down in front of the 9 on that shot.
Yeah, I think so too. Fill up that pocket a little bit more.
Give yourself some options down there.
Now, if he cuts this 12 and gets up above that 7, up on that rail area, anywhere above that 7, you have an angle on that stripe on the upper part of the table to go to the right side rail, come right down into that 11 ball.
I'd play a 2-way shot if I was Mac. I'd bank the 15 down here to the 9 and hit it pocket speed, block that 2 ball, leave the cue ball up there. The only shot they got is a 7.
I like that. And what about this? What if you bank it out and it goes off the 9? Then you're on the stripe in the side.
A lot of guys will go for shit here, and if it don't work, then you end up selling out.
He's cutting it. He's gonna. Oh, he did play safe.
That works too, because he had blocked that pocket up there. But.
You want to do the special?
Yeah.
Just make sure if anybody joins you, they come up and pay $15.
It's easy back here, Mark.
It is a lot easier over here.
It's way different when we're sitting here watching as opposed to being at the table. Your mind's going a million miles an hour.
I don't try to fix my 7 here. I try to fix the 5.
Yeah, you thin the 5, go by the 9, come to the side rail, come back behind the 9 ball.
Then I solve one of my problems.
The only problem is you leave that 11 open for that side cut.
Well, I might actually roll the 5 down in the bottom rail and just float over on top of the 9. And if they want to cut that 11, go ahead from there. I don't want to go onto the 9. I want to be above it, like the same distance the 5 is right now. You know what I mean?
Sure,
just
yeah.
Tickle it down there and put the cue ball right over here. And then they can't really cut the 11.
I wonder if that 11 goes by the 5 in the same pocket as the 9.
Well, let's see.
If it does not, I might shoot that 7 right into the 15 right now. And just.
Well, if the 9 goes, if the 9's moved and the 5 moves, then the 11 obviously does go. Right now, the 11 doesn't go by the 5.
Yeah.
But I don't feel that taking the 7 and, if he makes the 15 and going up there, I don't think that does you any good if you're solids. It doesn't help me.
Oh.
These problems here are the ones I have to solve. These balls down here. Solving anything with the 7 right now does not win me the game.
No.
But I think it could lose me the game.
Yep.
And he could also go on the 5. Here's another shot. Going to the 5, left of the chalk there, hit it just left of the chalk about a ball, cue ball to the left side row, down below the 9 ball. That 5 comes up into the 3 and then opens up your balls for you. And then they're doubled up down there behind the 9 ball.
Yeah.
That shot I actually like better. Hit this firm enough to go into the 3 off the rail. Just like that, but you want to pump the 3. And he gave him straight in the
See,
if he'd hit that more firm, put the cue ball like right down.
Right on the bottom rail.
Yeah, right on the bottom rail.
If he left that on the bottom rail, then that would be a way tougher shot.
Yep, bottom rail, like almost over by the pocket, like a ball away from the pocket. Right in that little area there, they're doubled up, and the 3 and the 5 would have spread better. In fact, the 11 would have been moved up table just a hair.
Mm-hmm.
And now I think they lost the game because of that. Because the 11 goes.
Yeah, you take the 15 to the
15 over to the 12,
12
get on the side
to the
rail,
11.
and that's it.
Is that 12 looks to be about halfway in between the pocket?
Yeah, I like taking the 12 in the corner in this situation.
He's lining up for the side.
Well, that'll work though. He got a really good angle on that. If I'm there, I love this in the side, but I don't mind. It gives me more room for error if I go over to the side rail.
Yep.
And take it in the corner. But if you get this perfect angle right here, that's golden.
Yeah.
Just slide back into the 5 with the cue ball, and you should have the side or the corner pocket. I'm going to try to draw back enough to get in the side, though.
All right, got some new matches. New match, table 12.
Either way.
Good shot.
Pick your pocket, right?
That was a good shot.
New match, table 21. Jed Lamb.
Zach Boss.
Table 21.
Corner or side?
I might go corner here. Pocket speed. If I do happen to miss it, maybe it jams up the pocket from the
I
7.
think he's going to the corner.
Superior. Be getting a table.
You guys want to play banks? You guys want to play banks?
7 to 6, race to 11. And a dry break.
So I haven't really been paying attention. I've been playing, but how's this table been breaking tonight?
Dry.
Dry?
Dry, yeah. They've gotten a couple of balls.
I've been really struggling with the break since Jerry switched to these new balls. I had a break figured out, and then Jerry got all new balls, which is great. They're great balls. I haven't quite figured it out.
On all the tables?
I've been moving the cue ball around and
speeds,
changing up speeds. It's amazing how different a set of balls will make.
Yeah, it makes a big difference.
I don't know if they're a little heavier, lighter. I don't get that kind of in-depth into the...
Yeah. You know what I do here, Jason? I go high right on this 10 ball, and I come up underneath that 1 ball with my cue ball.
Yeah, don't shoot your 11 or 14.
No matter how I end up, I'm going to have my 11. I'm going to have something.
Yeah.
But that gives me a chance to move the 8 ball and my 15 ball out of there.
Yeah, you're right.
There's my breakout.
Perfect angle to go high.
Yep, but he's going to shoot this instead. Shooting the wrong ball.
Yeah. He's going to let Trent do it.
Yep. But you see what I'm saying, though? That 10 it's a natural path to go break out your trouble. And that making the 11 didn't improve your situation at all.
Especially if he didn't get high enough above that ball to get back up there. Because if he didn't, if he's too straight, they're going to have to take plan B.
People won't take those little bit tougher shots like that that'll open up the table.
I prefer those shots.
Yeah.
And
the better players will do that. And I'm not saying Craig ain't a good player.
If I miss them, then I'm at the mercy of my opponent, I guess.
Yeah.
But I would rather go for it and open the rack, and hopefully I run out and not my opponent.
You're doing the right thing on that. It's exactly the right thing to do, especially at this level of play. That 10 ball was not a hard shot.
No, exactly what you said. High right on the cue ball.
This is a natural path to break your trouble.
Right up into the 15 and 8 there.
If you get stuck underneath those balls in any way,
options. You got
the 11.
all kinds of stripes on the table.
Yep. Now the 11's gone, so you don't have that there. But Trent's probably going to shoot the same shot we're talking about. Yeah, he is. He's shooting the same ball. But he just
See,
that's
now
the shot that Craig should have shot right there.
But he left Trent too straight.
Yeah, he
and
did.
Trent tried to force to force it
Tried to force that.
with not enough angle.
If Craig shot that at just average speed, that path is natural for on that 10 ball where he's at.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Now I think that the 8-15, if they do get back to the table, is wired to the side pocket, so they could shoot the 10-8-15 combo.
Yeah.
But they shouldn't get back to the table.
We shall find out.
Shot. I get over to the 4 ball here, and then I take my 1. Draw back into the 2 and finish those up. And
You think
then I
that
get
4
an 8.
goes by the deuce up in the corner?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah, if it does, then all day.
Yeah, get over there because you
He's
get on
looking
that
at
4, stop shot, you're right in the 1, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
And the 5 gets you there pretty easily. It's a perfect ball for it. You could even go 2 rails and go into the 15-8 if you wanted to. I wouldn't do that though.
I was going to say, it looks like he's coming high side here.
Yeah, he took a different path, didn't he? You know, you can come from the other direction, get on the 2 and then the 4, and then the 1.
Yeah.
I like going and getting on that right there because that 5 led me right to that 4 ball.
He needs to get the 6 out of there on their shot.
You know what I don't like though? I love the side pockets, but I'm not a big fan of where that 2 ball is. I hope they're not playing that in the side. And if I was going to shape the 2, I would have loved to have used the 6.
Oh, this might work.
Well, here it goes. Zach, you didn't want to shoot the 1 4 past the 2, so now you're shooting the 2.
I hate leaving the 6 ball there, Mark. That's just me, though.
I would have shot that last shot, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would have shot the 6 and tried to roll up and get on the 2.
Get a better angle.
Yeah.
This will still work, but
Well, now you got to
a
go
lot harder.
2 to the 4, 4 to the 1. Oh, good shot. 2 to the 4, 4 to the 1. 1 roll down to the right side of the table, get in the 6. 6 leaves you right to the 8.
I think he's going to leave him the... Is he going to leave him the 1 or the 6? We're going to find out. Oh, baby.
Oh, wow.
Nice
Look
shot.
at that ball. I don't know why you wouldn't roll just a little bit forward and just take it in the lower right
I
corner.
think he's on the 50-yard line here. Is he on the wrong side of the 1? Is he going to have to pop it?
I think he's going to have to pop it and draw through the 8 ball, won't he?
Or underneath it. I think he's got to go 6 first.
Well, he could go 1 and then come over to the left side rail, come down to the bottom rail, and get over the right side of the table.
Oh, yeah.
Hit it
you
with
could do
follow.
that. Then still get above the 8 ball.
Yep. And then take the 6, and then that'll get you right to. It'll lead you naturally to the 8. That's where he's going.
Whatever he
No,
does.
he's drawn back.
Whatever he does, I said he was going to do it.
Ah. Oh, look at that shot.
Holy shnikes.
Man, oh, man. Look at that ball.
Mm-hmm.
That was incredible.
He spun the shit.
Wow, that was a really incredible shot. What a pool shot. Man, that was a pool shot by Zach. Holy cow.
That was a lot of hard work, though, man. They didn't have to do it.
Yeah, I agree. It was harder than it should have been, yes. But we do that a lot to ourselves in
And
pool.
we're all knotted up at 7s.
Look at that cue ball, too. He puts it on the bottom rail. Race to 4 for $4,000. The winner next week, winner of this plays next week, they're guaranteed $4,000. And the winner of the tournament next week gets $7K.
Not a bad payday.
The next version of this, if you hadn't heard, Jason, is $1,385 Fargo and $800 entry per team, and that will equate to $10,000 first place, $5,000 second. $1,385 Fargo cap.
That's going to be the next one?
Yes.
Ooh.
So you could technically get like a.
I could play with the
You could
700.
you could play with a very high-rated player. Yes. $1,385. I could play with a 700.
Rob Matson, are you listening?
Well, Rob's I think a 740. And I don't. Rob, last time when I actually.
I'm a 642, so that'd be 1382.
Oh, you can get in there. I thought you were over 650.
Oh.
Well, the last time I was over at Rob's, I pet sat them for a couple of days. Pet sat, and his cues were covered in cobwebs.
I'm not surprised.
Which
After
doesn't
Vegas,
mean anything
I'm
for
sure.
him, but.
Rob, if you're listening, I'll play with you.
That's a solid team, dude. I thought you were over 650 on that, man. Wow, that'd be solid.
I've been teeter-tottering.
So yeah, $13.85 Fargo cap, $800 entry. There's only 16 teams, and for anybody maybe across the river over in Wisconsin or North Dakota or even south of us in Iowa, if you want to put the team together, you don't play every night. You can come up and play a match, and then you might be a month or so down the road, or you come back and play again. So you have your ability to play in these events. You're not asked to play more than one match per night, and rarely will you play in consecutive weeks until you get further in the tournament. So, Wisconsin, all you cheeseheads over there east of the St. Croix, all you Hawkeyes south of the border there in Iowa, any Nodax or Sodax.
Although me and my go-to that I normally play Scotch with, we're good Scotch partners, me and Dougie.
Yeah, Doug plays pretty solid, too. He's got to be, 700, 720?
Well, he was close to a 700. I think he was over a 700 at one point, but I think he dropped down a little bit. I thought we were going to do it last time we played this tournament. We made a good run. Ooh,
solid team, you two, man.
Cue ball to stay on the table.
Yeah, you guys are a solid team, bro. Part of that storied team that'll has made their mark in Minnesota pool.
Yeah.
And maybe one day find their name into the Minnesota Hall of Fame for pool.
That'd be sweet.
That team of senior discount.
Glad to be a part of that team for the last however many years. It's been a lot of fun.
If ever there's a Hall of Fame, that's certainly one team that would put their name in that hat, because you guys have done a lot over the years. The different variations of the team, but
yeah,
they certainly have made their name. That's for sure.
It's a fun team, Mark.
You look at some teams that have been together like that. I mean, you go back to even like the Rob Matson teams and the Ty Wilson teams. Those are on
those guys were.
They make it in the Hall too, but
those guys were unbelievable.
But you go down from that, that upper, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but that kind of a tier. That little step down to you guys.
I'm pretty sure almost all them guys are in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, they probably are. And, a team like yours, you're on that senior discount.
Or they should be.
They should be, yes.
Well, Mark, I got to run.
All right, Jason, thanks for being in the booth, man. Good luck over there. Jason Sapir, spending some time up in the booth. My wingman, so to speak. Good luck. So race to 11. We're down to a race to 4 now. Heck with that 11 stuff. These guys could have started, at 6:30, just went race to 4 and bypassed all this other time, right? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You hit a floater. And you got in trouble. Now, if he hits that with purpose, brings the cue into the rail and then into that stripe, he's not going to be in trouble. Hindsight's always 20/20, and again, it's easy over here, but I don't know. The shot now would be to bank the 6 off the 5, unless it goes straight in. I think you have to go off the 5, though. There might be a room by the 11. Off the 5. Oh, man, he almost hit that ball. He catches that 5 at all, that ball goes in. So I have I'll try to mute it. I've got a Ricola lozenge in right now. My throat is, I've been dealing with a cold and stuff since Saturday. Lost my voice for a couple of days and trying to make it last through this match. But I do have a lozenge in. If you hear that clanking around, I apologize. It's very rude. I'm trying to mute it when it happens. And some of you maybe our subscribers and likes button would skyrocket if I did go mute. If I went mute up here, that might actually help the stream. So there is that as well.
Corey Johnson, John Wright Penny, table 14.
Imagine this pressure though at race to 4 for 4,000 minimum, possibly 7,000 if you win it, but. Just imagine the pressure. The little simple things that we do aren't so simple anymore. The routines that we go through aren't really the routines anymore. And the pocket set seems so generous at other times in our playing. All of a sudden aren't so generous, And It's a great thing being part of these streams. I really do feel blessed to be able to be a part of this and help commentate. And I hope you guys enjoy this, and gals, and children as well. I hope everybody enjoys it. I certainly do. I love being up in the booth. I think it's a lot of fun calling these matches, and I learn as much as I try to help people learn. And you've probably all heard that, there's times too where I'm completely wrong about what, maybe a good route to go and learn things as much as anybody else. So, in that regard, we're kind of in it together. We are a team. All you viewers and me, we are a team. So Mac will roll at 12 in. And 15 to the 8. Slide by the 5-6 and get on the 8. If there's anybody in this room right now and wants shooting this ball, he's at the table. And he just squeaked through it. That was close to disaster, but well done. Well done. Attaboy, Mac. Way to roll that 8-ball in, buddy. After your mishaps early on in the match with 8-balls, way to go. That takes a lot right there. That shows some kahunas. If you're young at home, don't ask what that is. But that's what that shows. 8-7, race to 11. This team was down 0-3. And now they are ahead 8-7. Fascinating how this goes. Hey, Tyler Darton, thanks for joining the stream. And Mick as well, thank you. Anybody, again, if you haven't already hit that subscribe button, be sure you do. And if you do like the stream, feel free to. If you don't, that's cool too. But we're trying our best to get you to hit both buttons. The subscribe button is the important button, though. Again, another teaser on that is that you can't win if your name is not in the hat. And I cannot say it more clear than that. So hit that subscribe button, get your name in the hat. And not this one here. Maybe not next week. We're still working out the fine details, but we have the groundwork for it, and you'll want to be a part of that. Hopefully we can do something on that regards too, where it'll be multiple times per match. Not like multiple. Settle down, Jerry, if you're listening. Not multiple. Not after every game, but just enough to keep you viewers on your toes. Oh boy. Oh well, 12 is cuttable. 14's cuttable. Both will send the cue ball. Well, the 12 you can hit with a lot of low draw and just kind of pinch it a little bit and kill the ball. I like going this one too. He can control this and get on the 10 ball. Just like, oh boy, did he get through? Lucky? Yes. This will still work. 11, get on the 12. 12 gets you on the 10. 10 will get you on the 8. Race to 3. So if this 11, hit it with some center ball, a little bit of right, and just slide up in between the 3-5. Anywhere in there is fine. Don't worry about the distance. Then take the 12, and that gets on the 10. It's a natural shot to get on the 10. You could even bump up into the 5 from here, right? Now that I don't like, and here's why. You make the angle on the 12 a little bit tougher, but now Trent's shooting over a ball. I would have put the cue ball in between the 3-5. You got more of an angle, and you get a full cue ball. You're not elevating. This still should make this. Excuse me. It still should make this, and hit that absolutely perfect. But make it easier for yourselves. Plan on that cue ball. Okay, where do I want to put this cue ball? I don't want to shoot over a ball. Well, let's put it right in front of the 5. You know what I mean? And if you roll this in, you're on the 8. Don't worry too much on shape. Just make the ball. Hit that good. Good shot, man. Craig hit that ball well. Eight to 8. Race to 3 for $4,000 guaranteed. The winner plays next week at 6:30, I believe. And I'll be in the booth. I imagine Jerry will be here handing out some chunks of cash. First place next week wins $7,000. The next tournament, the winner wins $10,000. And second place is guaranteed $5,000. $800 entry next time we go around. $1,385 Fargo cap. But we're in the now. And you got another one cooking up really good, folks. Race to 3 for guaranteed $4,000. Here we go. Trent Miller at the table. His partner, Craig Herbert, upper left corner. And that puts Zach and Meck upper right corner. Hit it solid. 14 going to go? Nope. 14 looked like it might have gone, and then the 5 kind of rubbed up on it. And so let's see stripes. Pocket, 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 pocket. Everything looks good. I don't like that 5 ball, so taking stripes. Stripes, you're going to have to shoot a combo likely, that 13-12. It's not bad, though. But I get there from the 11. I get to the 11 now from this shot. Get on the 11 on the side. And then that leads me to the where I want to be to make that combo easy. It's that 13-12. If you get that cue ball in a good location, that 13-12 combo is one that everybody should make on a consistent basis. It's not easy, right? Especially it's not easy if you don't have a good look at it. Well, if that 11 ball, see that 11 ball right by the cue ball there? That ball gets you right where you're going to be to shoot that combo. And that'll do it. I don't like it. Anyway, don't get me wrong. I don't like shooting a combo unless I don't have to. But look at the 15. He almost left a little window there to shoot the 15 and run into that 13 ball, which would have been better, but we're past that. That is not where I wanted to be to shoot that combo. There's no reason to roll over to the rail in that instance. You could have just rolled forward a few inches, got yourself a perfect angle on that. You didn't have to move that 9 ball because when I shoot the combo, I'll shoot the 9 ball next, and then I'll shoot the 13. But looks like he still has a shot at the combo. I thought he was blocked by the 9. Made it a little bit tougher, though. You see what I'm saying, though, is if you play off of that shot on the 11 ball, with getting that cue ball in a position for that combo, it makes it so much easier. And you had that spot right there. You just had to roll forward a few inches. Sometimes we try to do too much, and sometimes we try to get too good on a ball. When we don't realize that, hey, the simplest thing that we do is going to work right here. The KISS method, so to speak. And I have no problem with KISS method because I fill the last S, I fill that up pretty well. So the very last S, I do very, very well. So I do the KISS method all the time. It might not be simple, but I sure got that last S down. And Craig and Trent here can take this game and go up to 9 with 2 to go. You just got to get on the 2 ball. Don't try to do too much. There you go. Kind of pulled back and decelerated on that shot, but still left enough of an angle on the 1. And Trent will shape the 7 with intent to get on the 2 ball from here. This is another ball where you can kill it, but I don't recommend it in this instance. Because no matter, even if you might end up on top of the two straight, but he's going to roll forward and get on this perfect. Watch this. Look at this. Look at this. Beautiful. That'll work. It's a little bit more angle than a little bit more angle maybe, but you can go two routes. You can draw this and just kind of hold the ball, or you can go up in between the 8 and 9 to the upper rail, and get on the 6 that way. You can go two rail shape. Or you can just use a lot of low right and just kind of throw the 2 in and just hold the cue ball there, which is way, way better thing to do. Or you can go to left side rail, follow through it, which is what he's going to do, and come back across for the 6. Just like that. Beautiful. What a nice controlled shot, too. I can't say enough the respect I have for everybody in the tournament, don't get me wrong. But Trent there has such an incredible, just straight direct stroke. Doesn't miss very often. Then you got Zach, the guy that cashes in every Scotch tournament we have. Zach and Trent, teammates that won the last Scotch tournament. And this will put them on 9. Man, what a match again. Every week it's like gets better and better. Cannot probably top the team being up 10 and 10-2 and then 2-10 or whatever, how that turned out. But you might not ever see a match like that again. Yeah, you will. You watch enough pool, you will. So I am trying to keep an eye on the chat. Unfortunately, I am about I think like 3. My phone is not happy with me. I think I'm at like 3%. So another hint about good shot. Another hint about the subscribe button is that you will want to be keeping an eye on the chat. And that would be whether through your browser, through your app that you use on your phone, etc., whatever. But you're going to want to keep an eye on the chat. You'll want to be subscribed, and you want to give yourself a chance like everybody else. Can't be more clear without just saying it. And every stream that once we kick this in, you have an opportunity. And it'll be a lot of fun. And I believe once a month, maybe, don't quote me on that, but there'll be even more reason to tune in. There'll be a major reason, and then there'll be a mini reason. And there'll be several mini reasons. So 9-8, race to 11, CR Sportsbar, Coon Rapids, Minnesota, the mecca of pool in the upper Midwest. Got some one pocket going on over the table number 11. I think there's only about 2, maybe 3 tables available to rent. There's a lot of people in here shooting pool right now. Trent Miller at the table. Got a ball. Up 9-8, and they got a ball. So I believe the 2 go. No, the 2 doesn't go. 1 goes, though. And we are joined once again for a brief moment here. Hank the Tank. How you doing,
Mark?
Good, good. How are you doing in the tournament?
Pretty good, yeah. Still on the winner's side. I think I'm guaranteed 5th right now.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Awesome, awesome. You know, I offered everybody, every going to the Friday night tournament to stake them for that jackpot.
Oh, yeah?
If you wanted me to, I would have put you in for the $1.
Oh, right. Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I did have one guy take me up on it tonight, and he's in the field.
Nice.
I don't know if you played him or not yet, but I will be rooting for him if you do play him, just to
Okay.
say.
Nice.
So I got 50% of his action in the jackpot for $1.
That's awesome.
It's great. I
Yeah.
think you couldn't write a better story if I win it.
Right.
But hopping back in here real quick, I don't want to take you away from the tournament.
Yeah,
Tell us
yeah.
more what you got going on with the fundraiser.
Yeah. So on the 25th of August this month, there will be a fundraiser at a bar in town, Waconia. It's called
Okay.
Hoppers. Yep. And I get 50% of the sales, all sales, and we're doing exhibition games and 50-50 raffles.
What time does that start?
It's from 2 to 5.
2 to 5?
Yeah.
Awesome. Down in Waconia.
Waconia. Yep.
It's not a far drive. And the raffle tickets are, what, are they 25 each?
They're 20
20
piece. Yep.
And you get 6 for 100, right? Or do you get,
Yeah.
Okay.
6 for 100. Yep.
awesome. 8-foot Olhausen.
Yep.
Brand new.
Right.
You going to sign it?
That'd be cool, huh?
It'd be cool if you
Yeah.
your whole team would sign it.
Yeah. All 12 players,
You
yeah.
can sign it like underneath or on the slates or something like that, and take magic markers and sign it and stuff like that. But you know,
Yeah.
you might not be in the vicinity of the table. It might be tough to coordinate. But so, how many tickets do they sell total for that? Then, do you have an idea, or is it just unlimited numbers?
Yeah, unlimited.
Awesome.
But there's
Awesome.
only 12 of us selling, so some
Yep.
people might not be selling many. So
No, the other teammates center, they're located around the country.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's a few of those names that anybody we might recognize, or?
Yeah. Adrian Prasad, he's from California.
Oh,
Plays out
sure.
of Hard Times Billiards.
Yep.
With Oscar.
Yep. I'm actually friends with him on Facebook. Follow him. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep, he'll be there. Eddie Vondero from South Dakota.
Okay.
Yep. Or actually, no, he lives in Virginia. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep, he'll be there.
Oh, what a shot
Really
that
good.
was. Man, he hit that good, didn't he? Well, that's awesome. And then you fly out, when do you go to New Zealand then?
We leave on the 31st. Yep.
And how old are
Of
you now?
August. 16.
16.
Yeah.
And I've heard that flight is so long that when you come back, you'll be 18.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I think it's a 12-hour flight.
It's a long
That's our
one, yes.
longest.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
long
yeah.
one.
But we'll be flying for 20 hours that day. So
Man.
yeah. All right, man.
Well,
I
that's
got a
awesome.
match.
All right, thanks for hopping back in,
thank
Hank.
you.
We
I
appreciate
appreciate it. Yep.
And then that's at what bar again?
Hoppers Bar and Grill.
Down in
in
Waconia.
Yep.
Awesome. Check his website or check his Facebook page for that and help him out on that trip. Him and his teammates will be rooting for you.
Thanks a lot.
Good luck over there.
Yep.
Hank the Tank going to win another tournament. Oddly enough, he did not take me up on the dollar stake for the side pot, but I can play him. I do have one person. Sorry, I keep referring to him as that, but I do have somebody that took me up on that tonight. 2,100. I think it's 2,160 or 2,180. They put him in for $1. Well, what did I do? I hit the wrong button. Oh, hang on. It's not 12. I'm sorry. The cord on that headset, I apologize if that cord on the headset had landed on the keyboard and adjusted the score. So it's 9-8, race to 11, CR Sportsbar in Coon Rapids, Minnesota. Thank you again, everybody, for tuning in to see that we've hit a good number there on the stream, and we appreciate everybody tuning in. If you have anybody ever has any ideas or questions about a match or a rule question or shot questions or anything like that, feel free to shoot a comment, or if you're shy, you can shoot me a message or shoot Jerry a message, and we'll address it. We'll answer something on the stream if there's something that bugs you about the stream that maybe we don't do enough. Or something that you might want to ask or whatever, feel free to fire away. We're here for that too. I'll be glad to help you out. If I don't know the answer, I'll try to find somebody that would have the answer for you. But feel free. I don't think he can get underneath that 4-ball. If he could go around a couple rows and maybe get in the 8 that way. I think he's going to try for the 8 and the, oh, that ain't going to work though. He had to hit some inside on that and to keep a look at the 8 ball, but Zach is not hesitating. I'm calling it right up there. Going to jump this in. We will lose our vision here for a minute or two. But here we go. Jake Gallery in the house. Works for Primo Roofing, Siding, Painting, etc. If you have anything with a roof or any kind of siding issues and all these recent hailstorms, feel free to give him a ring. Look him up on Facebook, etc. Jake Gallery. Help you out. Play a lot of one puck with him lately. He's come a long ways. So here you are at 9-8, and the cleanup crew, and I don't mean that with any disrespect at all, can finish these up and get on the hill. That 3-5 is kind of funny, but pretty easy to solve those. If you shoot the 1, roll over to the rail, get in the 5 straight in, you can shoot the 3 in either corner. You can shoot it in the left side pocket even too. You don't have to break them out. You could stop shot on the 3 now and draw back just a hair behind the 4 and play a safety, but nobody does that. I think the 4 and the 3 both go in the lower right corner too. So, see how they finish these up here. Again, next Friday will be the finals. Winner of this match plays Nick Marcelick and Josh Raines for the title. Winner guaranteed $4,000. Or I'm sorry, the winner of this match is guaranteed $4,000, and the winner of next week gets $7,000. And then the next variation of this tournament, winner gets $10,000. And the second place team will get $5,000. I reiterate, too, anybody listening on the outskirts of the metro, whether in Wisconsin or Iowa, maybe even North Dakota, Duluth, Superior, you can join this event. They don't play multiple matches in a night. You play your opening round match. You may not play for a month and a half. So you don't have to look at, we're going to make multiple trips in a row down to the cities. And look at it this way. If you get towards the finals and you got to go consecutive weeks, that's not a bad thing because you're shooting for $5,000 or $10,000. So any team, we'd love to have somebody from outside. South Metro. How about Rochester? Where are you guys at? Huh? Faribault. We got guys from there. Rochester ain't much further. We got Marcelick. We got Josh Raines. I know there's some strong players down in the Rochester area. Where are you guys at? 1385. Wow, what a stroke on that ball. Look at that shot. 1385, $10,000. We should see some teams, new teams in this event next go round. You don't have to play every week. Contact Jerry. Shoot me a message. Contact Billy Benson. Send a pigeon or an owl up if you have to with a little note tied to their leg. I don't care what you do. Inquire about playing in this thing. It's so much fun. I enjoy the commentating, but I tell you what, you're coming from out of town, you have every chance to come here and play. If you want to do it even too, oftentimes you only have one match in a night. So let's say you come from out of town and you drive from Fargo. You drive from Superior. You drive from Rochester. You drive from Des Moines. Right? And if you're coming up and we have one match tonight, you start at 6:30, you're done at 9, you're home in a couple hours, right? Or stay the night even. But $800 entry, $13.85 Fargo cap. Let's see some teams. 16 teams max. I would love to see, and I would love to see some teams from outside the metro, beyond where we normally see Faribault and that. I'd love to see some teams sign up for this and take some of these spots. love nothing more. It'd be so great to see some fresh faces, and there's so many of you out there that could come play in this. Wascani, where you at? You can cross the river. It's all right. You might want to leave that cheesehead and that the Packers gear back on that side of the border, but y'all are welcome. Come on over. Get a partner. Throw 800 in the ring. Say, hey, we can beat you guys. Des Moines, $13.85. You got to have people down there who can play in this. Anybody want to win $5 grand, $10 grand? Sign up. Fargo, where you at? Where you guys at? Caleb Schumacher, Danny Schumacher, I hear you talking the smack online, taking shots at people in the Metro. There's no action, whatever. People are afraid to bet. I tell you what, you can win 10 grand in a Scotch doubles tournament, man. You can recoup that money you lost in that bank match you came down for. You can win back the money you just lost by signing up and coming and winning this tournament. Come on. So, yeah, I fired back at you, bro. And I got love for you, dude. I love your game. I love your game. I love that you've challenged somebody down here. I love your position. I love how you say it. Caleb, Daniel, I'd love that. But I'm going to throw it back at you then, man. Come win that money back. Get yourself a partner. You're coming down from Grand Forks, swinging through from Fargo. Grab somebody from there and have them be your partner. I know there's all kinds of strong pool players up there. Y'all don't want to win 10 grand? Do it. Sign up. Contact Jerry. Contact CRs. Sign up. 16 teams. $13.85. Go. You can sign up right now. Put your name. Sign up. Scotch doubles. Race to 11. BCA rules. And you're watching right now two guys that won this last event. Trent Miller and Zach. And they're battling out with each other right now. Good shot. Right now, they're shooting for their life in this tournament. 14 goes on the left side. You want to get an angle on this so that you can get over on the 11 ball. The 11 makes it real easy to get on the 14, and that's not going to be the angle. You wanted to stay on the rail and just give yourself a chance to get over on that 14 ball, on the 11 ball there. Imagine if you're on the side rail right now, you could just shoot this slide right over. But you guys figured out. 14 goes, oh, it does go in that side pocket too. So Zach can draw back and get on it that way. Jane Jackson in the house. I heard he's looking at a partner. Get over on the right side of the table right there. Good shot. And he's got a good angle now just to pull the cue ball out a little bit. Good shot, Mac. Well done. Left your partner a little bit of an angle. Don't draw into the 6, and you'll be all right. Well, still all right. You know what I'm saying? No, if you avoid the 6, you got a little bit easier shot in the 8. Still all right, though. Come on, Mac. I root for both teams, by the way, but right now I'm rooting for Mech. Oh, no. It has plagued him most of the match, missing some 8 balls. The 2 is a little bit tough. But here's what I do for the 2. I take the 6 right now. I draw back a hair. I get in the 7, and I float down to leave myself an angle on the 4 for the lower right corner pocket. And then when I shoot the 4, I go off the bottom rail into the 2 ball with the cue ball, and I'm on my way to the finals. That's how I do this right here. Because if I go into the 2 ball off the 4 ball, I've got the 1 ball up table, I've got the 3 and the 5, I'm out. Yes, right there. See what I'm saying? Right there. 6. If you can get there from the 7 now, great. But if you can't, just shoot the 6. Oh, he can get there now. Perfect. You might go into the rail. Run into the rail and come back out a little bit. Yep. Perfect. Come out to the bottom rail. You want to hit this some right English, a little bit of draw, and go into the 8. Go into the 2, not the 8. Move the 2 up table, and you've punched your ticket. You just got to clean up the rest. That should work. I'd like it going up table more than that, but you can get on there easy. 1 to the 6. Shoot the 1. Get on the 6. See where the 6 is? I get right there for the 5 ball. And then I go over to the left side of the table and I get on the 2. That's how I get on the 2. Don't get there from the 1. You don't have to do it right now. You can, but it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier after from the 5. I think I shoot the 6 right now. I just lag that 6 in. No, I don't. I take the 3 or the 5. But I wouldn't have gone after the 2 right there. There's easy pass to get to the 2 from where Craig was. And that's a good shot. Wow, hit that good, Trent. Well done, well done. So it's 10-8, race to 11. We are almost done tonight. Again, keep an eye on the Facebook for upcoming matches, but we are going to have the finals next Friday if they continue to out this rack and win this rack. And it'll be race to 11 again next Friday. First place gets $7,000. Second place will get $4,000. The next version of this tournament will be $1,385 Fargo cap, and that'll be $800 entry. First place will get $10,000. Second place will get $5,000. And again, Fargo, Duluth, Superior, Wisconsin, Iowa. Sign up for that event, man. Come on. Get yourself a partner and sign up. It's $800 entry, $400 per teammate. And you can win $10,000 by winning the next event. This one should be over here. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. I hope you had a good time watching the match. It's entertaining as always kind of close. But we appreciate you guys tuning in. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. And thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. We appreciate it all. Have a good weekend out there. Be safe. This is Mark Weaver in the booth at CR Sportsbar. Winner is Trent Miller and Craig Herbert. They're playing next week against Josh Rains and Nick Marcelic. That is the match next week. $7,000 for first, $4,000 guaranteed to second. Everybody have a good weekend. We love you. Later.
Cermak, Special Jed, table 21.